Family, friends and relatives of the late renowned poet, playwright and activist Professor Micere Githae Mugo converged at Syracuse University in New York to pay their last respects to the fallen heroine. Thousands of mourners eulogized the distinguished professor as a sharp and dedicated human rights fighter who rose at a time that women had no voice in society. Emily Chebet reports.
I am so deeply touched.
The first woman in Kenya to be appointed Dean at the University of Nairobi continues to receive immense respect and praise regionally and internationally, even in her death. Professor Micere Githae Mugo, who was born in Kirinyaga County, received glowing tributes from fellow professors, family, friends and relatives during a memorial service at Syracuse University in New York, where she was a lecturer before she succumbed to cancer the 30th of June 2023.
With a calm demeanor and a warm smile, Micere called out capitalism, corporate domination, and the imperial role of the United States and other Western powers whose brutal colonization created and sustains impoverishment, war, and exploitation in Africa. She delivered this on a stage including high-profile U.S. officials Dennis Ross and Richard Holbrooke.
Professor Micere, who was a literal critic and a literature professor, died at the age of 81. Professor Micere has been praised for her contribution in human rights activism that got her into trouble with the government in 1982.
I truly have never met anyone like Micere Mugo. The courage, the strength, and the bravery that she exhibited throughout her life is simply extraordinary. Overcoming political oppression, being forced to live in exile from her beloved homeland, rising above the racial discrimination in the United States to become a full professor and a highly respected university leader.
Professor Githae Mugo retired from Syracuse University in 2015. While engaged as a teacher and administrator during her time in the Department of African Studies, she continued to be a productive scholar. She is the author of 6 books and 4 monographs, as well as the editor of 8 supplementary school readers and the Journal of Third World Perspective.
The esteemed professor was an author or editor of more than 15 books, which she used in her activism role.
This woman who did everything to make sure that my sister and I had a fair chance in life ended up giving us a life that few children are fortunate enough to have. On behalf of my sister, Jerry Koi, and I would like to express humble love and gratitude to you all for having come to celebrate my mother's life this weekend. Many have thanked me for sharing my mother with the world.
Now, therefore, I, Sharon Owens, Deputy Mayor of this city, on behalf of Ben Walsh, Mayor of the City of Syracuse, thereby and hereby proclaim this day Professor Micere Githae Mugo Day in the City of Syracuse.
Professor Micere won herself several awards and recognition. May she rest in eternal peace. Emily Chebet, Citizen TV, Nairobi.